Hey there, friends. I am so excited about this project and so excited to share it with you. This knit blanket with the faux fur trim is an easy project, but really make a great gift or for your own home. We're going to be using the half linen stitch for the body of the blanket, and the half linen stitch is really easy. It's just a 4-row repeat, and for the first and every 4th row, you're going to knit one with your yarn in front. You're going to slip one, and then you're going to knit the next one. And you're going to continue that on for this row. But it's an easy stitch to keep track of if you lose count of which row you're on. After you finish that row, you're going to turn it and purl the second row, and then again the 4th row and every subsequent 2nd and 4th row. On the 3rd row, you see how we have those 3 stitches in a line? We know we're going to need to have one going across where those 3 stitches come up. So we know in this case we're going to purl first and then knit, and then that'll give us this slip stitch with the yarn in front to create that cross at the top of those 3 stitches. So just remain in that pattern for the rest of this row and repeating those 4 rows until you finish the blanket and you get it to your desired length. I used Serdar's Alpine, and the color I used for this blanket was Brindle, to add this applied I-cord to the edge of the blanket to give it the furry edge. I gotta tell you, I loved working with this yarn. It wasn't your kind of standard faux fur that's kind of scratchy. This was soft, like rabbit's fur soft. It was fun to work with. I'm looking forward to having more projects with it. I'm not going to go in depth on this post on doing an I-cord, an applied I-cord. I have another video that I just published that I've linked to in the description down below to give you kind of the beginning an I-cord and some of the details for that. And there's a full post for it as well. But in this case, we're going to be knitting a 5-stitch applied I-cord. Choosing where and how many to pick up, your stitches to pick up, is something that you're going to just kind of have to gauge yourself. You know, if you think you're picking up too many too quickly, you're going to pucker your fabric. So it's just something you have to gauge. I don't know of a hard and fast concrete rule that I have found. I've just kind of, I gauge it and I learn myself how many I need to pick up. Or how often I need to pick up is a better way of saying that. I am going to show you how to go around corners in the I-cord. And this is the exact same way that I showed in the video on just the applied I-cord. Okay, when you get to your corner and your 6th stitch is going in that corner stitch, this is where you're going to begin doing a few different things to make a nice crisp corner. Okay, slide those 6 stitches down. and work the 5 like you did before, which was knit 4 and then knit 2 together through the back loop. But don't pick up another 6 stitch. Slide those 5 stitches down, knit those 5 stitches, and this time do pick up a 6 stitch in the very same hole that you just did the last one, and you're going to work in and out of that hole 3 times. So this is the second time. So scooch those 6 stitches down, knit those 2 through the back loop, slide those 5 stitches down. You didn't pick up the 6th. Grab the right yarn. Wish you could feel this in my fingers, how soft it is. All right, so there's your 5 stitches, and you're going to go ahead and work that 6th one in that same corner again. And something else you could be doing is grabbing your little loose ends and putting them in that tube. So now you're knitting normally again. You're going to knit 4, knit 2 through the back loop, and then pick up your 6th stitch, and now you've successfully turned that corner, and it's going to be a nice clean corner. I'm a little tongue-tied today. And you're just going to keep doing that, working the rest of your corners in that same exact way. And then we will meet back up when it's time to meet back up the beginning and the end of the I-cord. All right, so I have come back around to the beginning, and you're going to just continue in pattern, in your I-cord pattern, until the very last stitch before where your I-cord began. And we're just going to do the 5 stitches, not pick up the 6 since we're right there. We're going to do similar to what we did when we turned a corner, and we're just going to knit one more row of just those 5 stitches. So we're going to slide those 5 down, slide them down again, and then we're going to cast these 5 stitches off. If you watched the applied I-cord video that I referred to you to earlier, I showed you how to graft the beginning and the end. Couple things. One, I tried that, and with this yarn it made it impossible to see where the stitches were. And then number 2, I realized that it really wasn't necessary, that the benefit of grafting is that you don't see the beginning and the end, and this furry yarn is going to make seeing a beginning and end impossible anyway. So what we're just going to do is we're going to bind off and then basically just sew the 2 beginning and end together. And when I say sew, I mean with air quotes, because we're going to use just a crochet hook. Because I don't know a needle that's going to fit that yarn. All right, so just using my crochet hook, I'm just going in and just going to weave that tail that you just cut off in, back and forth between the front of the I-cord and the back of the I-cord. Just snug it up so that it's a nice tight seam. And once again, air quote seam. And if you have a tail at the end like I do, which was just poor planning on my part, but just tuck that into the tube. Basically, that's what the I-cord is. It's a tube, and you could hide all sorts of tails in there. And then when you're done kind of grafting those two together, just tie off your tail with the little loop. And once again, weave that in with your crochet hook into the tube to hide it. And your blanket is done. I haven't decided whether I'm going to give this to my daughter or not. I know she wants it, but let's see. Anyway, thank you so much for spending a few minutes of your time with me today. I hope you found this video helpful. If you'd like to see the full pattern and printable instructions, you can do that by clicking the little I in the upper right-hand corner. And if you'd like to see more videos published by Nourish and Nestle, you can click the little nest in the bottom right-hand corner. Thanks again and have a great day.